So I tiptoed my way to get closer when this homeless guy popped out of nowhere and my soul left my body.
Hey, honey, what's a pretty girl like you doing here at this time of the hour?
That's none of your business.
Oh, but it is. You look fancy. Got some money to spare?
And with that, the homeless guy charged at my bag, but I held it tight from the other end and started screaming for my life. Jason heard it, came running, and kicked the homeless guy's butt.
Have you been following me?
Not intentionally. I was just in the neighborhood and saw you from a distance, so I thought I'd say hello. What were you doing in that alley?
That's none of your business.
Why are you screaming at me? I didn't know that this place is so unsafe. Why are you always so rude to me, Jason? All I've ever done is be nice to you and get you tickets and try to talk to you. I have this giant, stupid crush on you that I can't even do anything about, and you keep screaming at me like I'm a baby. You don't find me pretty, right? That's the problem. Just tell me the truth, Jason, but please, just stop being so heartless.
Please, Masha, please don't cry. I'm sorry, I really am. I never meant to hurt you. You're very pretty. So pretty that my heart hurts every time I see you.
Really? You think I'm pretty?
I think that's a very well-established fact.
Then why were you at the game with that girl?
She was just a friend.
Jason wiped a tear off my cheek, and my body went numb at his touch. We laughed and talked for a little while before Jason dropped me back to my car, and the next morning, I woke up to a text from him that he wanted to take me out. I was over the moon to finally get a date with Jason, but I didn't tell Robert anything because I didn't want to jinx it till things got official. For our first date, Jason took me to a rundown amusement park that had been closed for years, and I was scared to the bone. Jason, I don't think we should be here. I've heard a rumor that this place is haunted. Years ago, some girl fell off that Ferris wheel and her body was never found. Can we go to some other place, please?
Oh, it's just a rumor. Now stay here and I'll be right back.
Don't leave me alone. But Jason was already running in the other direction. As I walked around the place, I felt a shadow behind me. Before I could react, something crawled up my legs and I almost peed my pants. Please don't kill me. I swear, I'll do anything you say. I'm just 18. I haven't even had my perfect kiss yet.
Masha, open your eyes.
Nope. I've seen a lot of horror movies. You're just trying to lure me into opening my eyes, and then you'll steal my body and walk the earth. I will not fall for your tricks.
Relax, it's just a cat.
I slowly opened my eyes and saw Jason holding a cat in his arms, and I felt like such a fool. Just then, Jason snapped his fingers and the whole park lit up. I was still taking it all in when Jason took my hand and looked me deep in my eyes.
So, you haven't had your perfect kiss yet, huh? Let's see if we can change that.
He leaned in for a kiss, and so did I, and it was unreal. I'd never felt this connection with anyone in my life before, and I knew it then that I was falling for this guy. I ended up having the best time on our date, and when he dropped me back, all I could think about was how I was lying to Jason. He was simply perfect, and I felt like a jerk to take advantage of him. I had to come clean to Jason before we took anything forward, so the next day at school, I decided to talk to him, but he was nowhere to be seen. I went to the library and heard Robert and him arguing.
You think you're so smart you can get away with anything, but mark my words, street rat, no one can outsmart me. Keep your empty threats and your money in your pocket, Robert. I'm not afraid of you anymore. That's because you haven't seen what I'm actually capable of. I will tell everyone that you and your family are staying here illegally. I can't stop you from doing what you want to, but I will not let you stop me from dating Masha any longer. Suit yourself.
I slipped away quietly before either of the boys saw me, feeling totally confused. Robert asked Jason to stay away from me when he asked me to date him, and Jason was living in this country illegally? I had so many questions and only one way to get my answers. I texted Jason that I was skipping school and asked Robert to see me at the beach house. He got there an hour later, and I was so mad at him, I flung a vase at him, but he ducked.
Are you trying to kill me?
Oh, I wish I could kill you. But before that, you need to answer my questions. What kind of cruel, twisted game are you playing with me and Jason? Oh, yeah. I heard you two arguing in the library.
Then you also heard that he's staying in this country illegally. You know his dad is a fraud and currently in jail?
That's not what I asked.
Fine, I did what I did because I was tired of living under your shadow. What are you talking about? Do you remember as kids? No one even looked at me. All that people talked about was the pretty little Katie. I was always the ugly twin brother. I was good at studies, brilliant at sports, but no one cared.
Robert, I know what happened to you wasn't easy, but it's not my fault. I also had my share of insecurities.
Like what? A chipped nail or a bad haircut? I had to work for everything, but all you did was bat your eyelashes and drop a few tears. Do you know how annoying it is to always be second to someone in your own house? For once, I wanted to see you struggle, so I told Jason not to fall for your tricks. In return, I paid him money and kept his secret. Everything was going perfectly until Jason actually fell in love with you, and now he will pay.
Robert, please. Jason's innocent. Whatever he didn't need to be a part of our mess. Just leave him out of it.
But he is a part of our mess because you love him. And now I will take him away from you. I've already alerted the authorities that he's living here illegally, and soon he'll be deported. You can say your final goodbyes if you want.
You disgust me, Robert. I hate you. I ran outside, but I had no idea where Jason lived. The only address I had was of his aunt's cafe, so that's where I went. But unfortunately, it was shut. I tried calling Jason's cell phone, but it was out of reach, and there was no other way to get in touch with him. I felt like someone had punched me in my gut, and I couldn't help blaming myself for the situation he was in. I tried tracking Jason for a while, but it was useless, and eventually, I went back to my old life, but everything had changed. I got no pleasure in spending money. If anything, I wanted to do something more with my privilege. Dad was proud of me, so he helped me open up a small charity for immigrant kids looking for a good education. Then one day, I was organizing a camp in Mexico when I heard a familiar voice behind me.
I left for some months to find you as a totally different person?
Jason, that's really you? I can't believe it.
Neither can I, Masha. Or should I say, Katie?
I know you must hate me for what I did, but I had no idea Robert could do something so twisted. And when I finally knew the truth, it was too late, and I lost you, and...
Katie, stop. Robert actually did me a favor. A lot of people lost money because of Dad, and they threatened my family. That's why me and my family settled in a new country illegally, but we were always living in fear. After we went, things had settled down, and I could finally live in peace. I'm studying law now and planning to fight for Dad.
I don't know what to say, except I'm proud of you, and I'm sorry. Losing you made me realize that all that matters in life is real love and friendship. So if you give me a chance, I'd like you to know the real me, new me.
I like the sound of that. Cup of coffee then?
Will you make one for me?
Let's not push it.
Guys, I learned that stupid people like me realize that they love someone only after losing them, and never before.